Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be as bad, because I don't be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. Fix me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Come on in. You guys. Come on in, honey. We getting this. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, come on in. Happy Friday. I hope everybody had a good day. It is a holiday weekend. I know people got things going on. It's a lot of people headed to the DC area. Y'all know, for those who don't know, it's Gay Pride here in DC. So, you know, things will be going down. And the DC aura this weekend. Let me say hi to the people, and we're gonna get into some things. Sorry, y'all. All right, let me get into some things. What's up? Let's get some. What's up, lovely Nola? What's up, Kawale, Quake, Nubian, Cross Country Cruiser, DB, Chuck, Miss Jocelyn, Travel Girl. What's up, Cindy? Auntie Eva, thank you, Quake, for being over on Twitch as always. I appreciate you, my love. 407 Coker. Did I say that right? What's up, Sweet Pea? Hey, boo. Vinny Van. What's going on? Hey, Really B, are you still giving away tickets for the event in Bowie? Yes, I do still have 2 tickets. 1 is taken, and I do still have 2. So hit me up on Instagram or email me if you are interested. So yes, I do. And if anybody wants to sponsor, if you want to support the event that I'm having in July, but you cannot come, you don't live in the DC area, or you're going to be out of town, you can always buy a ticket and sponsor someone else. So yes, absolutely. Quake said, why don't we tell her that Love and Hip Hop was so messy? Girl, what you mean? Yes, it's messy. Why you think everybody's so mad it's gone, honey? Right. Kim said this is not the time to stop skip. This is not the time to skip taking your prep. Okay. Tracy said, Really be once again, thanks for getting back to me about the trip. You're welcome, boo. Buy or sponsor a ticket. There it is. There's the link. If you want to get your ticket, we still have tickets available. Now, some tickets sold this week now. Y'all, we sold about 8 or 9. No, I don't want to exaggerate. What was it? 3, 4, 5. We sold about 5 tickets this week. So people are buying the tickets. I guess we're getting closer to the date. I was getting nervous. I was like, ooh, we only sold about 5 tickets. Oh my goodness, are we gonna sell these tickets? But this week we sold some tickets this week. So hopefully if we could sell 8 tickets every week, we'd be out until the event. We'd be all right. So there's the link. Tracy put it in the chat. Hey, DeMarcus, what's going on? Yes, Abby, Rob Bass is gone. We're going to talk about it in a second. Little Miss Introvert, what's up, girl? Not baby, the Beyond the Gates had you on an emotional roller. Yes, honey, yes. DeMarcus, you always be coming in here asking me the craziest questions. Will I check out I Love Boosters with Keke Palmer? What's up, Lady of Virtue? Hey, girl. Hey. DeMarcus, we've known each other a long time at this point. You have known me a couple of years now. Based on what you know about me, do you think that I'm going to watch Keke Palmer's movie, I Love Boosters? I mean, based on what you know about me, I'm just saying. Uh-oh. All right. My light. I had to adjust my light. Hold on. Uh-oh. That ain't what. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get my light right. Hold on. Child, this thing is getting on my nerves. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna be honest and tell you I'm probably not gonna watch it. Fran, don't do Keke. It looks like a fun movie. Remember the other day we had that conversation about humor and my kind of humor? I told y'all I don't do slapstick humor. Slapstick humor, it's not funny to me. That looks like one of those like slapstick humor type movies, like if anything can go wrong kind of thing. I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer. I just saw people talking about it. I don't know. It still looks dark. Maybe it's just me. It looks the camera look a little funky right now to me. I don't have an issue with Keke Palmer. I don't. I do not have an issue with Keke Palmer. It just does not. Hold on, let me see something. It's Friday. We got time. Hold on. Let me see something. What's it called? I Love Boosters. Is that what it's called? Okay. I Love Boosters trailer. Okay, hold on. I'm going to listen to it on silent, and I'm going to let y'all see my face. And let me see. Okay, I don't even have to finish watching the trailer. I don't even have to finish watching the trailer. I'm probably not going to watch that movie. I'm sorry. What is this lighting? This light is still too dark. I don't know. But again, y'all go watch it. Go watch it. Go enjoy it. You know? I do think I might try to watch that documentary this weekend on Crash. I do think I might try because I remember following that story. So I may try to watch that this weekend. Yeah, the movie she did with SZA. Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, excuse me. Okay, now my camera is tripping. Now I can see it's blurry as hell on my side right now. I don't know what's going on, y'all. It's blurry as hell over here. I did not go into it with my mom made up, Abby. I did not. You saw me. I was watching the trailer. I did not. Let me try to get my lighting together. It just didn't sound like something I was interested in. But I did try to watch. I gave it a chance. I don't know what's going on with this light. Okay. I don't know. That's better though. Yeah. I did not go in there with my mind made up. Anyway, moving right along. Y'all let me know how it is since y'all gonna go watch it this weekend. What is coming out this weekend? Is it coming out in the theaters or is it streaming? Is God is actually this new age color purple. Well, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Yeah. I don't enjoy movies like I used to. I used to love movies. And I don't know. I just don't. Maybe it's my attention span isn't what it used to be. I don't know. I just don't really enjoy movies that much anymore. I don't know. I very seldom go to the movies anymore. And I think part of it is if it's hard for me to watch movies on TV because in my mind there's something else on that I could be watching. So I end up flipping the channel and then I never finish the movie. It's really hard for me to watch movies these days. Now, if I go to the theater, I'm good. I can go to the theater and watch a movie. I'm just not interested in going to the theaters. Movies don't stay in the theaters that long anymore. So if I don't catch it the first couple of weeks, it's gone. So what about Strong on Peacock? I don't even know what that is. What's that about, Koale? I don't know what's that. Tell me what that is. But anyway, yeah, so I think I'm gonna try to catch Crash this weekend. I really don't have a lot of plans this weekend. So I think I'm gonna try to catch Crash. I have to go get my car. I have to go get my car. I have a service appointment in the morning, but after that, it's supposed to rain all weekend. I was going to go to Pride in the Park on, is it Sunday? Because I was going to try to catch Hershey LaCour Jate. She's here in DC performing. She's going to be at some club tonight or tomorrow night. And y'all know I don't do clubs. So I was going to try to catch her, but I don't do clubs. So I was going to go to Pride in the Park, but they talking about it's supposed to rain. So I'm going to try. It's a new movie coming out with Chloe Bailey. I think I saw the oh, that's the movie. Okay, with Chloe Bailey and Lynn Whitfield. I saw the trailer for that, I think I saw the trailer for that. Isn't that supposed to be like a horror movie or something? Isn't that like a horror movie? Yeah, me and this camera. My windshield, it took about a little under 2 hours. I got there, yeah, about an hour and a half. About an hour and a half to 2 hours. Not too bad. It's so weird. When I first got my car, I was just like, because I ain't gonna tell y'all how long I've been riding with that crack in my windshield. I ain't even gonna tell y'all. Because y'all are gonna be like, really, B, that don't make no sense. But listen, to be honest with you, the crack was on the passenger side. And I very seldom have somebody in my car. So it wasn't bothering me. And a lot of times I just forgot about the damn thing. It honestly wasn't bothering me until it started spreading. And then I was like, okay, now you got to get the shit fixed. But it's been like that for a minute. It's a thriller movie. Tracy said, I love my ghetto sangria. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon with lemonade, vodka, and frozen fruit and a splash of Prosecco. Okay. Clearly, you don't plan to go anywhere tonight. It's Friday. No problem. No problem. It's dangerous to ride with a crack in your windshield. Well, I guess I was living on the wild side because I was riding around like that for a minute. I like I said, I ain't even gonna tell y'all how long. Because if I tell y'all how long, I probably be embarrassed to tell y'all how long. But I tell you, when that crack started spreading, I was like, okay, it's time to that crack. My windshield has only been like that for like maybe 2 months. When it started spreading, I was like, okay. And then I just kept forgetting. Like I would be at work and I was like, I need to call, and then But once I sat down to do it, it was really easy. Like even though I ended up not having, even though I ended up just paying for it out of pocket and not going through my insurance, it was really easy. That's where I went. I went to Safe Flight. That's where I went. It was really easy once I sat down and did it. It was just a matter of sitting down and doing it. The other thing too was I thought it was going to cost a lot more than what it ended up costing, because when I had to put my car in the shop, when I had that little accident, I asked the guy how much it was going to cost. And he was like, oh, well, with this and with that, you got to get it, you got to get it calibrated and this and this. And he was talking about $2,000 or $3,000. And I was like, oh. So that kind of made me be like, well, damn, I'm gonna have to go through my insurance, because I didn't want to have to go through my insurance. But then when I actually went and did the stuff, it wasn't even $1,000. And I was like, you had me riding around thinking I had to come up with all this money to get my car fixed because I didn't want to go through my insurance. And it wasn't even that much. But anyway. But that's why I went to Safe Flight. Tracy said the bar is open. We have a hibiscus Tom Collins, a honey grilled peach old fashioned, and a elderflower gimlet. And for the non-drinkers, we have a lavender vanilla margarita with 0 alcohol. Ooh. Really, B? I went all the way to DC to get some food from the House of Prayer. You know they are having their big weekend. I was going to say, this is not the weekend to go to the House of Prayer. That's what I was getting ready to tell you that. Girl, this is the wrong weekend to go to the House of Prayer. Memorial Day weekend, every House of Prayer that's a part of the House of Prayer is in DC this weekend. It's so funny because y'all know I went to the House of Prayer for a while. And I still consider myself a member. I just don't go. But it used to always crack me up how the House of Prayer always has their big Memorial Day weekend, and then you had Gay Pride, right? And they will always be, a lot of House of Prayer members will be staying at the hotels right there near 7th Street. And it was like, you would just sit in the lobby and be like, there go all the House of Prayer people. There go all the people going to Gay Pride. Like, it was so funny for them to be all in the same, hotel at the same time, honey. It's hilarious. I have family who are members and they were cooking. Sure, we might know some of the same people. Girl, me and Cheryl, boy, the more and more we around each other, we might know some of the same people. I might know some of your people. I might know some of your people, Cheryl. I went to 8th Street for years. And then I went to 7th Street for a while. I never went to God's White House. I mean, I've been there for service, but I never was there as a member. But I was a member at 8th Street for years. I said I was going to start going to Anacostia after COVID. I just never did. All right, y'all, let's get into it. I've been killing time. It'll be 20 minutes in. That's why people be talking about me. That's why people be like, oh my God, it take us so long to get to the stuff. We just came here to hear the stories. We just want to hear the news. Oh my gosh. This is y'all fault, because y'all get me running my mouth. Anyway. So, yes, let's start off with a hip-hop icon has gone on to that big hip-hop concert in the sky. Rob Bass, passed away after his family said that he had a private battle with cancer. and he has passed away. You ain't got to put your family name all in the chat, Cheryl. The Carpenters, do I know them though? Carpenters. I don't know if I know them. Small world though. Probably do though. But he has passed on. Again, if you are an 80s baby, you are very familiar with Rob Bass, Joy and Pain. It Takes Two. You know, I will never forget me and my probably like my high school best friend. We were really close for a couple of years in high school, and then we kind of felt, we kind of drifted apart, shit. But I remember we went to a concert at the Capitol Center. For my DC people, y'all know. We went to a concert at the Capitol Center, and I could not tell you who was there. I really don't remember right now, but I'm sure it was probably child. It was a hip hop concert. That much. It was a rap. It might have been Salt and Pepper. It might have been Rob Bass. It might have been Houdini. Like, I don't remember who it was, but I remember we was at the Capitol Center for this concert, and I remember me and her had on matching Gap sweatsuits. Remember, what was the Gap? Cheryl, you gonna know what I'm talking about. What was the Gap sweatsuits we used to get? Was it what they call World Class or something? Something from Gap. Cheryl gonna know what I'm talking about. And we had matching sweatsuits. And I remember, if y'all know the It Takes Two to Make a Thing Go Right video, where they're dancing and they're kind of doing that, like that they take a step and then go back and forth and then take another step and go back and forth. If you've seen the video, y'all know what I'm talking about. Me and her, I never forget, we was in front of it. We were coming out from the concert from the Cap Center. We were looking for our ride because her mother was picking us up from the show. And we literally were just dancing in the parking lot to that song. And that's like my memory. Every time I think of It Takes Two, it always takes me back to that night with us dancing. We were doing the dance from the video in our matching sweatsuits in the parking lot of the Capitol Center. Because somebody was playing the music. Somebody had somebody was playing it in their car. So the minute we heard it, we just started doing the dance from the video. I would never forget that. Last time you saw Rob Bass was from 50 Years in Hip Hop concert. Wow. You know what I'm talking about, right? I knew Cheryl would know because me and Cheryl had one too, but we had on I remember mine was green and hers was red, but it was the same sweatsuit, just different colors. Mm-hmm. Did I get loose like DJ Easy Rock? Yeah, we was getting loose with it. It takes two to make it. Yeah, baby. My son blasted Rob Bass so much I can't get the song out of my head. Yep. And I had that tape. Because he had a couple of decent songs on that tape. I'm gonna say album, but I had the tape. I remember I had the tape. We used to jump out the car and do the dance. I have a red one. Me and my friends used to do that too. They used to call it the Chinese fire drill. At the red light, we would jump out, we would dance, and we would jump back in, or we would jump out, dance, and switch seats and jump back in. Yeah, we used to do that, child. I think back on it now, and I was like, if I see kids doing that now, what would I think? And I'm sure back then, kids, like adults saw us and probably thought we were like crazy as hell. But now I wish that's all our kids was doing, you know? But yeah, so shouts out to him. Sending thoughts and prayers to his family. They said that he was battling cancer, so I can only imagine, he had a private battle. So, prayers out to him. All right. Hold on. What's going on? What is this? Hey, Abby, is this real? What is wrong with them? Baby, is this real? Ashley, Kate, and Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. First of all, the fact that they're only 39 years old. But, I mean, I don't care about them being the new face of Louis Vuitton, but why do they look like that? Thank you. Thank you, Nisa, for becoming a member, my love. Thank you so much. Baby, that is a mess. Right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare y'all. My bad. That's a mess. Now, who are those men? Oh, look at y'all cutting up. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's a mess. Ugh. Ugh. Well, remember last week we talked about Dorit Kemsley, and we talked about her husband letting us know that she just spent $1 million, 900 and something $1,000 on luxury items. Well, Dorit is speaking back, and I want y'all to hear what she has to say. Let's listen.
1 million on clothes and travel.
No.
So where did this come from?
Well, listen, this has been a court document, that's been filed.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going to have a response to it. And when you're in litigation, you have to sort of follow the legal process. So I think there'll be answers to everything. But, when you hear one version or one narrative, there's always another side. Do I love fashion? Yes. Do I spend a lot of money on clothes? Expensive clothes, designer clothes? Yes. It is my choice. It's also my money. It's my money that I earn, that I work for, not his money. However, once PK and I can finish and we have an agreement, then what I choose to spend my money and what he chooses to spend his money, it's our own choice. I think right now, because we're sort of intertwined, there's some sort of feeling like you can have a say what the other one is spending.
You've said that you were blindsided by the fact that PK wasn't paying the bills. At what point did you realize the bills were not being paid?
Well, the mortgage. So, listen, PK and I had an agreement when we separated, and you followed that agreement. And when there's no communication, you're expecting that things are status quo. So, and, with the children and even spending, you spend what you are planning so I didn't plan for the mortgage not being paid. And it was never brought to my attention. It was never told. I was never told, Dorit, I'm not going to pay the mortgage. So I learned about the foreclosure not too far off from when the world learned about the foreclosure. And by that point, you're months in arrears. And this is where it gets a little complicated. I do think that when you're in these situations, the sooner you can resolve it and you can figure out who's paying what and what everybody's responsibility is, then these discussions, these issues, they won't happen. Oh.
So let me say this. First of all, you sound like you spent that $1 million on your clothes. It sounds like you said, well, I didn't spend $1 million. Do I spend a lot of money on clothes? Sure. Do I like fashion? Sure. But it's my money. Baby, that sounds like you did it. That sounds like you did it. That sounds like you spent that money and you felt justified in doing it because it's your money to spend. Now, let me be clear. In the grand scheme of things, you are absolutely correct. It's your money to spend. You can do whatever you want to do with your money. However, when your house is sitting on a foreclosure, that's just not a good decision. I think that's where most of us sit on this. Do you have a right to spend your money how you want to spend your money? Sure you do. However, your house is about to be foreclosed on. At the very least, let's take the foreclosure off the table. Let's just take the foreclosure off the table. At the very least, you're going through a contentious divorce. Even if your husband, under the best of circumstances, says, you know what, I'm going to give you child support, I'm going to give you spousal support, your quality of life will not change, I will take care of you. At the very least, you know that you are going into a divorce. And if this man, and you will be at this man's whim of whether he decides to pay the bills or not, at the very least, and maybe this is just me, y'all, at the very least, they say, the old Negro spiritual said, God bless the child that's got his own. I just don't understand spending that much knowing you are not in the same financial situation you once were in. And maybe it's just me. Now, let's talk about this house situation. Girl, that house is in your name. What you mean you didn't know he wasn't paying the bills? It doesn't matter whether he's responsible for paying the bills. What matters is again, the house is in your name. See, let me tell y'all something. I don't never want to be in that situation. I don't never want to be that clueless. I don't never want to be that willfully ignorant in a space where I dwell, where I lay my head, how I pay my bills, how I eat my food, how I buy my clothes. I don't never want to be that willfully ignorant. I don't ever want to be in that situation. I don't care how much money my husband has, my boyfriend has, whoever. I don't care how well he takes care of me. I don't care. I don't never want to be that willfully ignorant. I just don't. I'm sorry. You have 2 young children. You have this husband who you swear up and down don't do nothing. He ain't taking care of the kids. He don't help you with the kids. You're doing everything on your own. So why would you? Anyway, y'all know I like to try to give y'all the second side, the other side of the story. The other side of the story, honey. Oh, thank you. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to take a pause for the calls, honey. Anyway, I'm just letting y'all know. I'm gonna have to listen. I bring you both. I try my best to bring you both sides of the story, honey. Y'all know Tulsi Gabbard resigned, right? She was the head of national intelligence. She resigned. She said that she's stepping away from the administration so that she could take care of her husband, who has just been diagnosed with bone cancer. Now, listen, your husband may have been diagnosed with bone cancer. I mean, I can't tell you what your husband been diagnosed with. I can't. But okay. Right. What intelligence? Exactly. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Shout out to Mr. Tenderism. Y'all remember Mr. Tenderism, the older black man who was the doing the barbecue down at that place in Texas, and the white man tried to take Tenderism and all the things. Y'all remember him, right? Well, shout out to Mr. Tenderism because he now has his own clothing line over on Actively Black. You guys remember Actively Black? Remember we talked about their runway show where they brought the civil rights icons out and so forth. And I was telling y'all, Pinky Cole's husband wears a lot of Actively Black on the show. He now has a hoodie and a t-shirt that says Tenderism. And I caught a little bit of an interview with the owner of Actively Black. He had Mr. Tenderism and he had the guy that, remember, a black attorney trademarked Tenderism, and he had the two of them on there, and they did like this little interview. And he said, "Look," he said, "Destination Steakhouse, baby." They said Destination Steakhouse is a ghost town, honey, a ghost town. But the guy that owns Actively Black, he asked, the lawyer that bought the trademark, he said, you know, I was a little leery at first of you because, you know, myself, like a lot of other people, we thought that this man was being taken advantage of. And then we hear this story about this person that doesn't even know him trademarking Tenderism. So he was like, I was kind of side-eyeing you a little bit about it. Like, why would you do that? Like, what's your end goal? And he said, no, he said, I understood that he was not protected. And I was worried, just like a lot of people, I was worried that he was being taken advantage of. I was worried that he was going to lose Tenderism and lose everything, and he would have no recourse. And he said, that's why I swooped in and I did do the trademark. And then I had to try and get in touch with him because I didn't know how to get in touch with him so I could give him his trademark. So that part of the story that we heard is very true, that this Black lawyer did do the trademark to protect Mr. Tenderism, and he did turn over the trademark to Mr. Tenderism. So now whenever you see it, he is getting paid off of it. So like this clothing line with Actively Black, he is making money off of that. Actively Black didn't just take his trademark, take Tenderism and just make money off of him. He is very much in control of that. I know the restaurant, it was a soul food restaurant here, not actually right down the street from where we're having our event in Bowie, Maryland, called Ruby's. He was there a few weeks ago. He did a appearance there, and it looks like he's doing appearances at different like soul food restaurants and stuff like that. We know we saw him cook for Ron Isley for his birthday. I think I saw him cook for somebody else. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think I saw him cook for somebody else. And with the summer coming up and all of these different festivals and stuff like that, you know, but let me tell you something. God, the way God works things out sometimes, if Keith Lee had been able to find that man that day and get that man that tip, that man might still be down at that restaurant doing his Tenderisms for free. Or whatever that little bit of money they were paying him. If Keith Lee had been able to find him and put that $3,000 tip, or what was it? How much was he trying to tip him? I think it was $3,000. That $3,000 tip in that man's hand, he might still be living in the ignorance of thinking that this white man really was doing something for him. You know what I'm saying? It was because Keith Lee could not get that man. And the way they handled Keith Lee and him talking about it, like, look, I was trying to tip this man. Security said that he was recording the podcast, wouldn't let me talk to him. And then Mr. Tenderism said, they didn't even tell me that Keith Lee was looking for me. They didn't even tell me he was there. So it wasn't just, okay, he's busy right now, he don't have time, you know. You didn't even tell him, because what you thought was going to happen was you thought Keith Lee was just going to go away and it was going to be whatever. You didn't think that Keith Lee, number one, was going to get that $3,000 away in front of your restaurant and then do a video about it and talk about it and tell the people why he was giving away this $3,000, why somebody else was getting this blessing that was supposed to be for Mr. Tenderism. See, baby, what God has for you is for you, and it may not come the way, you know, the songwriter said it may not come when you want it, but he's always right on time. It may not look the way you think it's supposed to look. See, people thought that Keith Lee giving him $3,000 would have been that blessing. No. In this case, Keith Lee not giving him the $3,000 was the blessing. You see, y'all seeing it? Y'all seeing it? People thought that Keith Lee giving him the $3,000 was the blessing. The real blessing was that Keith Lee didn't give him that $3,000. Y'all see that? See how that thing works sometimes? See, the word is clear. It even cleared up the camera. Thank you, Katie K. Katie K. Listen, Katie K done gifted 5 memberships. You in pink now. Do you change colors? I guess if you give away a certain number of memberships. Thank you, my love. Let me see who got these memberships. Hold on. If y'all were gifted a membership, y'all thank Katie K. Thank you again. Thank you again for blessing the people. Lauren said, that's why I'm not launching a business or ideas until I get in touch with an IP attorney first and start the trademark process once listen, sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes you got to do it. Because Unc making retirement money right now. Right. That $3,000 ain't nothing compared to what the kind of money that man making right now. Jay, don't do that. Miss Bathan got a... Hold on, let me see who got the memberships. Hold on. Child. And I'm gonna buy me a t-shirt too. I'm gonna buy me a Mr. Tenderism shirt. Matter of fact, I meant to do it. I meant to do it earlier today, but the internet was acting real funky. I wasn't in my main building today. I was in another building, and the internet was trash. I couldn't get nothing done. I was trying to pay a bill because I got paid today. I was trying to pay a bill, couldn't get nothing done. All right, let me see here. Let's see here. Who got these memberships? Congratulations. Y'all know I can't see, y'all. Hold on. Congratulations, Mel Green, Just Me Antoinette, In This Madness, Loving Life, and Annie McIntyre. Congratulations. And if you are in the chat, please thank Katie K. And thank you, my love, as always. Kenneth Harris, thank you, Lauren. Y'all know I don't remember nothing. I should have wrote the name down, but yeah, Kenneth Harris. And you can tell that him and Mr. Tenderism have built a relationship because, and I keep calling that man Mr. Tenderism, and that's not his government name either. But you can tell they've built a relationship. They have a rapport now because when I was watching a little interview, they asked Mr. Tenderism about the attorney, like, well, what was your reaction? What did you think about this man, reaching out to you and trademarking? And he said something along the lines of, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember his exact words. He said something along the lines of, well, he said, you never know how God's blessing is going to come. He said, even if he is black and bald, and Kenneth is black and bald, the attorney is black and bald, and they just started laughing. And I was like, you can see that they've built a rapport. You know what I mean? And he called him black and bald, and they just started laughing, Congratulations. Thank you. Katie K said, if I got it, we all got it. Well, thank you, my love. And I appreciate you spreading it. I appreciate you sharing it. Thank you, boo. I really wish I could choose people because I would choose you, Chuck. I would, boo. I really wish I could choose you. I choose you, Pikachu. I need a little more sweetener in this tea. Although I know I ain't supposed to put sweetener in this tea. But I need a little more. I need a little something, a little more. I use a guave, like a guave syrup, and I ran out. So I had just a little bit left in there. And I was trying to squeeze out the last little bit of a guave in there. I need just a little bit more. I'm going to have to go by and get me some agave syrup this weekend because I'm back on my grind. I'm drinking my tea, my collagen. I'm back on my grind. Yep. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. You ain't stressing no more, Chuck? I know, boo. I know. Hell, Chuck, you find out everything that happened in members only anyway, child. Chuck be knowing. Chuck be knowing. Oh, I know I told y'all I would have the, speaking of which, that reminded me of Books and Bourbon. I know I told y'all I would have the booking link for the hotel today, but the lady at the hotel, the contract she sent me had the wrong dates on it. She had the wrong weekend. So I had to send it back. And she did send me the updated paperwork with the new dates. But I just told y'all my internet where I was today was trash. By the time I saw it and to send it back, it was late. And so hopefully I'll have the booking link on Monday for you guys. Hopefully I'll have it on Monday because she probably don't work on the weekends. I did send it back, but she has to, once she gets the contract, she has to send me the link to give you guys. So that's why I don't have the link. I know I told y'all I would have it because I sent her the contract yesterday and I thought I would have the link today, but it had the wrong dates on it. So that's what this Lord, that's what the delay is. To get it out. All right, but so Monday we rocking and rolling, and I will have the Google link and everything. So for those of you that want to do the VIP package, all of those things will be available on Monday, and I will have the confirmation date of the last date to pay for your VIP package. I'm going to say the last date to pay for the VIP package is September the 1st. I'm going to go with September the 1st. If I need to push it out more and give y'all a little bit more time, we'll see about that. But that'll give me enough time to buy the tickets for the distilleries, because you know those time slots sell out fast. So that'll give me time to get the distillery. I'm not worried about Bro Brothers because I'll email them and they'll probably work with me. They'll probably work with me, but the white people, I'm gonna have to. So yeah, September might be a little too late, but I'm gonna probably end up having to do what I did last time. Buy the tickets in shifts, like we did the last time, where we went in, like some people went in at 4, some people went at 4:30. I think I remember what the issue was with Evan Williams last time. Their distillery tours don't run that late. So if we end up, I'm gonna look at Knob Creek, Tracy. I didn't look at them today, but I'm gonna look at Knob Creek. But that's what it is. Their last distillery tour on Friday is at 5:00. So that's what I think the problem was last year, because we did later. We did Angels and Envy, which they have tours at like 6:30, 7:00 at night. So I think that's what the problem was with Evan Williams last year. But we're gonna make it work. We're gonna figure it out. Katie K said, "What is your Cash App?" Katie K, I'm gonna see if I can find it. If he don't put it in the chat, I'm gonna see if I can find it. Because I have your Cash App, Chuck? Oh, we're going back to Bro Brothers. Absolutely, we're going back to Bro Brothers. All right, y'all. Y'all know it's Friday and I'm just chilling, honey. All right, let's slide on over. Oh, hold on. Oh, I got an update. Oh, y'all, I got some more information on white people business. For those of y'all who were here yesterday, we had a whole segment yesterday called White People Business. And we got all into them honey boo-boo streets, okay? We was all up and down the Mama June and the honey boo-boo and the pumpkin, okay? We was all through. I got more information. Because when I got off of here last night, I got more information about what was happening down to them honey boo-boo streets. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all now. Baby, come to find out, Pumpkin, who was married to Josh, who, I don't know if I want to use the word cheated on Josh, because technically they were still married, but they were kind of separated. The marriage was kind of not, was ending. But remember, Pumpkin is Mama June's oldest daughter, who was married to Josh. They had 5 kids or 6 kids together, something like that, child. They got a bunch of kids. And she cheated on him with Josh's cousin. She is now in a whole relationship with Josh's cousin. That's who I'm talking about. Well, when I got up off of here last night, because I was in the algorithm, baby, why I find out that allegedly with his cousin, Meg, yes, allegedly, well, it's his play cousin, but still his cousin. Well, allegedly, some woman done came forward and said that her and Pumpkin was in a whole relationship while she was married to Josh for like 3 years, like around the time of COVID, because Josh used to work out of town. And they said that when Josh used to work out of town, they said that the people in the town where they lived in thought Pumpkin was single. The way she used to be in them streets. I said, what? I said, what? And let's be clear, I don't care about her having a girlfriend from the aspect of a lesbian. I'm just talking about, so you was having whole relationships while you was married to Josh, but you tried to make Josh out to be the bad guy, like he did you so dirty, like he treated you so bad, and you sleeping with his whole cousin. Now, granted, he not his blood cousin, he his play cousin, but the reason why he a play cousin is because they grew up together and they called each other cousins. Kind of like Brene, Tim, and that other boy. Kind of like that. Baby, just a whole trailer park mess. There it is right there, KDK. There's Chuck Cash App right there. Baby, Abby said Pumpkin is rated E for everybody. And is. Pumpkin is rated E for everybody. And is. A mess. It's a whole mess, y'all. Anyway, let's get into the rest of this. So, the other information I saw as soon as I clicked off yesterday, like literally as soon as I clicked off yesterday, the other thing that I saw, what's this? What is this? Hold on. Oh, that is so weird how that happens. I'm sorry. What in the world? Why is my phone doing this? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. My phone is doing something real funky right now. Okay. What is this? Oh, Lord. Now I see what it is. Because I was like, what? I see what's going on now. Never mind. Okay. Sorry, y'all. My phone was doing something real funky. Okay. Actually, I can tell you what it's doing. So y'all know one of my girlfriends is outside of the country. So we've been talking in WhatsApp. And what I find is when she puts pictures in WhatsApp, every time I look at the picture, it automatically downloads those pictures into my pictures on my phone. And I'll be like, why is it doing that? Anyway, okay. But as soon as I got offline, I saw this yesterday. Erica Jane has reportedly reached a settlement ahead of that $25 million trial. Remember, Erica Jane was getting ready to go into this $25 million trial. Well, they saying that allegedly her and the other people have reached a settlement on that $25 million before she have to actually go to trial, honey. And the last little bit of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills rumor. The last little bit of rumor, and I don't believe this to be true. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't believe this to be true. Rumor has it that Dorit has been fired or put on pause, but everybody else is coming back next season. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe that. Baby, Dorit got the best storyline going right now. Dorit has the best storyline going. Unless Dorit has really truly burned some bridges and just pissed everybody off over there to the Beverly Hills, unless she has just burnt all of her bridges, that just don't make no sense to me. She got the best storyline going. This, especially now with all this stuff being in court documents, you got to make her. She has to talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying, baby? Because I mean, we see Bose went on her Bachelorette trip. Now I found it to be very interesting. Dorit, hey Dorit, hey girl. Dorit, hey girl, come here. Bose was posting her Bachelorette trip. Hold on, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all a picture. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Bose was posting from her Bachelorette trip. And it looked nice too. She said her friends kidnapped her, honey. Her friends kidnapped her. Let y'all see. Lord, now I can't. This is from her Bachelorette trip. She said her friends kidnapped her. They went somewhere. I don't even know where all they went, but the pictures are gorgeous. I mean, everything was coordinated. It was color schemed, and the girl, they look gorgeous. But somebody's missing. Bose, hey girl, did your invitation get lost in the mail? Oh, you know why you weren't invited? You know why you weren't here? You weren't on this beautiful, because you're not her real friend. You're her TV friend. You her TV friend. You're not her real friend. You her TV friend. But okay, girl. Chuck, KDK said, let her know when you got it, boo. Thank you, KDK, for blessing my Uncle Chuck. That's from her. That's her Bachelorette weekend. They ain't got married yet. At least I don't think they have, child. I don't think they got married yet. And like I said, the pictures look gorgeous now. I can't take nothing from her, honey. The pictures look gorgeous. I think there was a spread in People magazine. Let me see. I think there was a whole spread in People magazine. No, I can't find it. But they were real cute. Right, Abby? Those are real friends, honey. Okay. Now, Pinky Cole, come here, girl. Pinky Cole, come here. They said that Pinky Cole got more money problems. Let's read through this. Let's just read through this. Please and thank you. Now this is from May the 22nd, so this is new information. Or at least it's new to me. Slutty vegan founder claims $4 million debt in new bankruptcy filings. Several months after her initial filing for bankruptcy, slutty vegan founder Pinky Cole has updated her list of debts to include more than $80,000 in credit card bills, as well as hundreds of thousands of dollars in unpaid bills from a real estate agency, a restaurant supplier, various medical providers, and roadway toll authorities. Cole, goes on to talk about all the things that she's done. That's great. She did these things. Yes. Okay. In her February 12th bankruptcy filing, she reportedly owed $1.2 million to the Small Business Administration for a COVID-era disaster loan and $192,000 in Georgia taxes, among other debts. Cole filed for bankruptcy without the assistance of an attorney. Time out. So when you filed for bankruptcy back in February, that was after you filmed this whole scene on the show with an attorney telling him you were going to file for bankruptcy. So was that real or was it Memorex? Because, okay, I'm going to just keep reading. She filed for bankruptcy without the assistance of an attorney. She has since hired Jamie Christie of Schrader, Wheeler, and Flint, and on May 19th, she amended her bankruptcy case. The amendments offer a more comprehensive look at who her creditors are and how much she owes them. So basically, you filed for bankruptcy, you tried to tell half the story, and then you realized that it was more to the story that you were going to have to tell. And so then you finally called an attorney and paid the retainer, and they filed the real paperwork with your real debt, which is $4 million more than what you originally told us. That's what I just read. Now, I don't know what you read, but that's what I just read. And you thought you could do it all on your own, which is why you did it yourself and you didn't try to pay nobody to do it. Let me tell y'all something. Pride goeth before the fall. Now, I know I've been doing a lot of, I ain't trying to get nobody no word today. I'm not trying to, preach nothing today. But pride goeth before the fall. Your pride is digging you deeper and deeper in this hole, Miss Pinky Cole. Pride led you to not go to an attorney and file this through an attorney to begin with. That was your pride that did that. It's your pride that won't take the money from your husband. Now, again, just because we saw it on TV don't make it real, but let's just go by what we saw on TV. What we saw on TV was that your husband said, baby, let me give you the damn money. Baby, I got it. And even if he don't have the whole $4 million, I feel like he can put a big old dent in some things and a big old chunk in some things and help you out. Now, listen, maybe filing bankruptcy is the best thing because, again, I don't know nothing about running a business. I don't understand bankruptcy law, and I don't know how to weigh the pros and cons because I don't have that kind of information. That's just to be honest, right? So maybe filing bankruptcy is the better option rather than letting him give you a loan, especially since we see that there's a lot more there than what you probably, it sounds like it's probably more debt than what you told him. Because on TV, you didn't tell him no $4 million on top of. So maybe he didn't know the full amount. But the more I see, what? Child, this tea is not coming up out of here. The tea bag, I had the tea bag in here. The tea bag must be blocking something because, baby, this tea is not coming up out of here. Y'all see me struggling to get this tea out of here? Child, let me get this tea bag out of here. I like leaving the tea bag in there, but good Lord, I couldn't get the tea out. Y'all saw me struggling. It's a full cup of tea, and I was like this. Anyway, the more I get to know Miss Pinky Cole, and I understand it's through a reality show, so I accept that I'm getting a warped version of it. But the more I get to know Miss Pinky Cole, the more I feel like people probably tried to help you. People probably tried to give you some good information. People probably tried to help you avoid some of these problems. People probably tried to help you avoid some of these problems. And I feel like you didn't listen to them. Okay, maybe that's not it. What is going on with this cup? Maybe it's the cup because, baby, this tea is not coming out of here. I'm mad. That's what it was. Okay, I got it. That's what it was. Okay. All right, I got it now. I figured out what the problem was. All over me. I got it. But it's like, now that I see how you roll, how you move, and how your mind is, people probably tried to help you. People probably tried to help you. Y'all laughing at me? Child, I see now what the problem was. The thing wasn't opened all the way up, child. Oh, well. It's a little tea. It'll be all right. It's a little tea. It's all right. But anyway, that's the latest update on Pinky Cole. And again, do I think Pinky Cole has money in the bank? Yes, I absolutely believe that Pinky Cole has money in the bank. But that, that doesn't change the fact that you owe a lot of money to a lot of people. And you need to clear that up if you want to move forward with your business. At the end of the day, I don't want people to be like, well, the white people do it all the time. Well, we already know that we don't operate by the same rules. We already know that. So I don't want to hear nobody, well, Donald Trump. Well, we clearly know he don't operate on the same rules. Clearly. Anyway, you have to know and acknowledge your shortcomings and let your need and let your need for comfort and pride go. Yeah, I mean, listen. We all have to, as the church folks say, humble. Y'all know I hate that word, humble. But we all have to humble ourselves and ask for help and accept help. And also accept that we don't fucking know everything. We don't. As much as I know, I don't know everything. And I know I don't know everything. And that's the thing. You have to accept that you don't know everything. And guess what? Even what you know, there are people who know more. But anyway, moving right. What are the gems on YouTube for? I don't know. Oh, that's like it goes by how active you are in the chat. The more active you are in the chat, the more you get the different colored gems, and there's like a leaderboard and all of that. Fairly certain I know everything. I know, right, Bab? What's up, K-Fit? What's up, girl? How you doing? What you and Jax getting into on this holiday weekend? But anyway, child, that's all I got for Pinky Cole, honey. I don't have nothing else for her today. Let me see what else I have in here before we get to Floyd Mayweather and Cardi B. Let me see what else I got in here. Y'all know baby, I saw this today and this thing about took me out. It said, why my son's teacher texted me a picture of a note that my son wrote to his classmate that he's beefing with. It says, now I have to meet with the principal. Baby, when I read this note, this thing about took me out. Are y'all ready to hear the note that her son wrote to his classmate why she got to go talk to the teacher, the principal? The note says, I don't care if you are deaf. Keep my name out your hand. Baby, when I saw that thing took me out. Baby, that thing took me out. He said, keep my name out your hand. Baby, that thing took me out. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. Ooh. Ooh, that thing took me out when I saw that thing earlier. Ooh, that thing took me out. Okay. Shout out, Katie K, you cutting up tonight, but I appreciate you. We got another gifted membership. Who got it? Tell me who got it. Listen, let me tell y'all something. As a teacher, I need y'all to understand. I promise you, if that's a real thing, if somebody didn't just make that up, I promise you that principal laughed their ass off first and then sent that email. Because I've been there and I've done that. Baby, listen, when I was administrator, even as a teacher, the stuff that these kids say, there are times when I'm just not mature enough. And I have laughed. I have had to walk out of a room. I have turned my back. Because sometimes the shit just be funny. My friend Richie, Abby know Richie. I would call him right now and let him tell y'all the story of the time that the two kids were in his office and they were arguing. It was a boy and a girl. And he's an assistant principal. And it was a boy and a girl. And they were arguing. And the girl was crying. Like she was inconsolable. Inconsolable. And the two of them were arguing. And she was like, he was like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? Let me see if he can tell the story. Because I can't tell the story like he can tell the story. No, because we'll be on the phone with him. Baby, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact words that boy said. But the girl was inconsolable. And so he was like, well, what did you say to her? Like, y'all were arguing, fair exchange ain't no robbery. You said something to her. he said something to you. Why are you so upset? Like, what happened? And let me be clear. The way his office was, he had a back door to his office. So he had a door, like you could come in from like the school, like the hallway or whatever. But then he also had a door where he could go out and go straight into the parking lot. Like that's how his office was set up. The little boy, the girl said what she said. I don't know what she said. She probably said he was ugly or something. I don't remember now. But that little boy turned around and said to her, your mama should have spit you out. Bitch. He said he had to get up and walk out of his office and walk around the building to come in the front of the office, to come back into his office to finish that conversation. He said that thing took him out. He said that thing took him out. He said, oh, I had to walk out the back door of my office, walk around. He said, I was laughing so hard and come back in the front. Baby. Said your mama should have spit you out. Sometimes, listen, as adults, we just not mature enough sometimes. Terrence, we already talked about that, but shout out, yes, he got his wings. We talked about that a little bit early on. Tell us your Rob story. It does sound like you and Cajun arguing, DB. I can't wait to see y'all on this cruise arguing. Whew, girl, that thing took me out. Okay. Black Girl Vitamins. I know I haven't been talking to y'all a lot about it, but they have a new product, Dream Girl Sleep Gummies. Yes, I still have a affiliate link. Yes, I still have a discount code. So I can put that in the chat if you want to try it out. Now, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all and tell y'all that I put something up on my community wall. I'm gonna send a direct message to Monique and ask her if she has an affiliate link, because I ordered Monique Samuels her essential oils. She has an essential oil called Sleep Time. It's lavender and something else. I forgot what the other oil is in there. It's lavender and it's something else. And as soon as I opened it up, I knew that this was stronger. This lavender was stronger than the other lavender I had been using. I could just smell. It was a lot more intense, the smell of it. When I tell y'all, knock on wood, because I don't want tonight, I can't sleep. But when I tell y'all that, knock on wood, ever since I have been I have a diffuser in my room. Ever since I have been using that Sleep Time in my diffuser at night, bitch, baby, that thing puts me out. Do you hear me? I'm a matter of fact, I need to order me another. You want the Black Girl Vitamin link? Hold on, I get that for you right now. I need to order me another bottle. I need to order that today too. When I get off of here, I need to order me another bottle. Let me tell y'all something, baby. That is no joke. And I put a post up on my community wall, and like I said, I'm gonna send a message to her and be like, "Do you have an affiliate link?" Because for real. But I do still use my Black Girl Vitamins. I still use my magnesium, my collagen, magnesium, collagen, B12. The I can't say it right, but it starts with an A, and something else. Is it fiber? I have the fiber, but I haven't been using. I really only use the fiber when I feel like I need to move a little bit. I don't use it every day because some days I don't need it. And I know what y'all gonna say. We gotta use it every day. Monique has a sinus one that's amazing. For real. Shout. Oh, look at Katie K cutting up. Who got the last membership? I missed it in the chat. And she sent another membership. Who got this membership, y'all? Let me know. Hold on, I'll go get the bottle because I don't remember the name of it, child. Hold on, let me go get the bottle. I can't say it, but y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but I can't say it. I don't even want to sit here and make it up. But that's what I use. And iron. That's the other one. It's iron. I use the iron gummies. What's it called? I'm not even gonna sit here and try to say that name because I fuck it up every time. But this, and that's what I use every day. So I do still use my Black Girl vitamins. I'm gonna be honest. I tried the D12 oil. Yeah, that's it right there. The oil, the D3 oil. I ain't like it. Because it's like a drop and I put it in my mouth. I didn't like it. So I still have some, but if I'm being honest, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Now you might like it and you might like it. Might try it and might like it, but I'm not crazy about it. But I do love my vitamins. My Black Girl vitamins and my collagen, all of that. Okay. Moving right along, y'all. Listen, y'all got me running my mouth tonight. But yeah, try it. For those of you that are still having trouble sleeping and maybe melatonin doesn't work or you don't like the melatonin, try it out. Order you some, try it out, and let me know how it works. Right now, I'm not going to take it right now because, baby, that sleep time, baby, that thing give me what I need. So I'm not going to order that because and sea moss. I got my sea moss too. Ashwagandha. Thank you, Gabby. Ashwagandha. I think I always want to say, I don't know what I always, anyway, y'all know I will fuck up a word. Their collagen. So Kim, they have the gummies, but they also have the powder. And I've used both. For the powder, I've put powder in my tea. I've put the powder in my smoothies. It doesn't have an overpowering taste or anything like that. But I've done the gummies too. The gummies have a citrusy type flavor to them. So I've done both. I like it. KDK, you are cutting up. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much. I bought coffee for the office with their kindness of my heart, and they pay back. I'll push it this way. Okay, boo. Let me see who been getting these because y'all ain't putting it in the chat. Or if y'all are, I'm missing it because I'm running my mouth. Let me see who been getting these memberships. Was it K-Fit? Did y'all say K-Fit? Okay. Nikita Polston, congratulations. Cute Camp, congratulations. Let me scroll up a little bit more. Let me see if I can scroll that far. And the real K-Fit, congratulations. And y'all know K-Fit that's my baby girl that be sharing me out all the time. So congratulations. Girl, you ain't got to be done. I appreciate you though. Can I use it in my Cool Mist humidifier? You should be able to. I put it right in. I put a couple of drops in before I go to bed at night. I sure do. And baby, when I tell you I sleep so good, I've probably only had maybe 2 restless nights since I've started using that oil. And I've probably been using the that lavender, that sleep time. I've probably been using that in my my thing. I've probably been using that over a month now. Over a month. Yep. All right. Look at Q Campton drop down. Hey, girl, hey. Or hey, boo, hey. Let me say hey, boo, hey. All right. Let's get into this. Floyd Mayweather. Listen, Floyd Mayweather got a lot going on. We've been talking about him for the last couple of months. Floyd Mayweather, first of all, I have about 3 Floyd Mayweather stories for y'all tonight. First of all, Floyd Mayweather has been found to be the father of a baby from a stripper from his club. Now, I don't say stripper with disrespect. I'm just telling you who she is. That's what they keep saying. in all of these articles that she is a scripper from his club, okay? And he has been ordered to pay $1 million in back child support. Floyd Mayweather has had a baby with a dancer at his Las Vegas strip club. And now the boxing legend has been ordered to pony up $1 million in back child support, in addition to $33,000 a month for the baby girl. Mayweather was legally declared the father of the 4-year-old girl in March of 2026, with a judge writing, "The court finds that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the father of Prince Moorhead," according to the court documents obtained by TMZ. So you've been fighting this for 4 years, sir? Floyd was ordered to pay $32,000 a month in addition to $933,000 in back support. This latest baby will make it makes Floyd's 5th child. The courts got involved in June of 2023 when the mother, Paige Moorhead, asked a Nevada judge to legally declare Mayweather the father in the 18-month-old child who was born in December of 2021. Moorhead says that she was in a long-term intimate relationship with Mayweather, which lasted 8 years. Until she claims he broke up with her when he found out that she was pregnant. Paige claims that Floyd pressured her into getting an abortion and ultimately fired her, even though she had worked at his girls' collection club for 4 years. Despite being served twice and ultimately ordered to take a DNA test, Mayweather blew off the directive before the judge issued the default judgment that the defendant failed to respond, declaring him the father. Per the court, Floyd has only paid about $151,000 of what he owes. So the judge ruled that Paige can place a lien worth up to $2 million on property owned by Mayweather in California, helping to ensure she gets the money for the child. So we still don't really know whether you really are the father, because you refuse to take the DNA test, which I guess that tells the story, because if you refuse to take the DNA test, you must think you the daddy. Because if you really don't think you the daddy, why wouldn't you take the DNA test and get the shit over with? So you would rather default. And that judge, and I guess the judge was probably irritated with you, because the judge said, "Sir, I told you not once but twice to take a DNA test, and both times you refused. Cool, no problem. Don't worry about it. I got you." See, you might not have had to pay that much money if you had cooperated and did what the judge told you to do. But you drugged this shit out for 3 years and refused to take a DNA test. I didn't know you could be declared the daddy by default. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know that could happen. Why didn't Jay-Z's son get a default? I think the Jay-Z son waited too. I don't know. Let me just say I don't know, because I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Different states, different laws, I guess. I don't know. Baby, you was dating that woman for 8 years and she pops up pregnant and you mad. And instead of just taking the test, I don't know what to tell you. He gonna be paying for that baby for the next 18 years. And there's still a possibility that that baby not yours. Because you still don't know. Because you didn't take a DNA test. I mean, imagine getting $33,000 a month in child support. Damn. Y'all, before we get into this last story, I do have another shit we did not ask for. And I actually meant to post this on my community wall last week. I bought these last week. I showed them to Abby. Have y'all seen these? Goldfish, Harry Potter Goldfish, butterbeer flavor. Baby, these are good. These actually taste like butterscotch or toffee. These are really good, though. If y'all see them and you like butterscotch or toffee, pick you up some. I wasn't sure where we were going with the whole goldfish thing, but that's what they look like. Ooh. And they're like little, like I said, little toffee, butterscotch flavor. They're really good. A little something, something. Pop a few in your mouth. Where did I see those? Were they at the Safeway? Or the Giant? They would eat with the Safeway or the Giant because that's the only. I know they weren't at Trader Joe's, and I haven't been to Trader Joe's in a couple of weeks. They would. I can't remember if I got these from. The likelihood is that they would. There's a strong. It's about a 90% chance that I got these out of Safeway. Because I'm trying to think the last time I went to a Giant. I went to a Giant a few weeks back, but I don't think I've had those that long. I think I got them from the Safeway, though. And then one of my coworkers who knows I love Harry Potter bought me a bag today. She was like, did you see these? These are so good. I was like, yes, I got me some. They are good. She was like, you want these? I was like, sure. So she gave me a bag today. Sweet Pea, check the Safeway near where I live. I mean, if you're in my area, because you don't live that far from me. Yeah, check the Safeway near me. But any of the Safeways in our area probably have it, though. Oh, I am Slytherin. I'm a proud Slytherin. Absolutely. Anybody who knows I'm Slytherin. Absolutely. Proud Slytherin. I have a Slytherin blanket right here that my girl Lexi bought me. You want to see it? You want to see my Slytherin blanket? I have a Slytherin shirt. I have a Slytherin pen. Mm-hmm. You don't have Safeway here, but really be just curious. Do y'all have an Aldi's? Yeah, we got Aldi's. Mm-hmm. We have an Aldi's. Yeah. Abby's Ravenclaw. My niece is Ravenclaw. I'm Slytherin. I'm actually on the Slytherin Gryffindor cusp, but I choose Slytherin. Phone case, socks. Sure do. Sure do. Did you get the video I sent you? I saw when you sent me a video. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Mm-hmm. I read the title. I didn't watch the video yet, but I read the title. I never get Hufflepuff, and that's what I want. Y'all a Hufflepuff? Oh, I thought y'all were Ravenclaw. My bad. I thought y'all were Ravenclaw. Oops. Oopsies. My bad. Happy birthday, Tracy. I'll check out the video when I get off of here because we got one more story and then we getting off of here. Baby, listen, let's go on and get into this last story right now. Let me tell y'all something. this damn Tiffany, your Ravenclaw. Which one is evil? I don't think Slytherin is evil. I don't think we're evil. Y'all, everybody drop a happy birthday in the chat for my girl, Queen Tracy. She one of my my OGs over here. Tracy been around for a minute, honey. One of my OGs. Slytherin is not evil, Bab. Listen, Cardi B is not taking her foot off of Tasha K's neck. Now she has extended that foot to Tasha K's husband. Now, let me be honest. We talked about this already. We already talked about this. Now, Pam read through the whole lawsuit. So y'all can go check out Pam, the Law Intellects video, and she reads through the whole lawsuit. But let me tell y'all something. Dr. Mac, this your birthday this week? Okay, make sure you drop down a reminder so we can shout you out, girl. But happy early birthday in case you're too busy celebrating to come and hang out with us for a minute. Oh, you said your birthday was this week. My bad. Well, happy belated birthday. Y'all wish Dr. Mac a happy birthday. Yes. We told y'all last year when this whole thing went down. As a matter of fact, Attorney Simone did a video breaking down the bankruptcy and explaining to y'all why Tasha K was playing with fire as it relates to this bankruptcy situation. So basically what Tasha K did when the judgment came in when Tasha K was found liable and had to pay that $4 million judgment, she started moving assets. And Simone showed you guys that. We did a live together where she showed y'all the paperwork where she sold the house to her daughter or something. Like the judge told her not to do any of this, and she did it anyway. She liquidated her Tasha K Studios, and she started a new company called Yellen, which her husband became the CEO and the sole owner of, and she was an employee under him. So that on paper, it looked like Tasha K didn't own anything, didn't have nothing, didn't have no money, and she was an employee of Yellen Entertainment, right? So what Cardi B is basically alleging is it was all a fraud. It was all a setup. It was all a stunt to make it look like she didn't have any money, so she couldn't pay me, right? So I'm going to read y'all just a brief little overview of what Cardi B has accused Tasha K of, honey. Well, Tasha K's husband. Let's get into it. So Cardi B versus Chikna Kibi, which is Tasha K's husband. In May of 2026, Cardi B has filed a new federal fraud lawsuit against Tasha K's husband and his Florida-based company, Yellen Entertainment, LLC. The lawsuit filed on May the 6th of 2026 in the Southern District of Florida accuses Kibi of participating in a coordinated scheme to hide assets and avoid paying the nearly $4 million defamation judgment owed to the rapper. The allegation in the lawsuits are that he was asset shifting. Cardi B's legal team alleges that Tasha K's income and business operations were rerouted to Yellen Entertainment, a company that was formed after the 2022 judgment to try and keep funds out of reach from creditors, aka Cardi B. Successor liability. The suit argues that Yellen Entertainment effectively stepped into the shoes of Kibi Studios to take over its revenue streams while dodging its legal debts. So they basically said in the legal document, the only reason why y'all formed that Kibi Studios is basically it's essentially the same company. It's the same content. It's the same streams of income. It's the same revenue. You just changed the name, which basically took it out of Tasha K's name and put it in her husband's name to try to avoid having to pay Cardi B. They also accused fraudulent transfers. The complaint details efforts to move personal assets and change bank accounts to avoid garnishment. Listen. And for anybody that's saying Cardi B just being petty. She doing this. This isn't not new. They did this back in 2022. But because Tasha K filed for bankruptcy, these things are moving very slow because, you know, filing bankruptcy gives you a certain level of protection, a certain veil of protection. And a lot of these proceeds have to be stayed until the bankruptcy court decides what they're going to do. Because contrary to popular belief, just because you file bankruptcy doesn't mean the court has to accept your bankruptcy. And so they have to go through all of this process before we can get to the other side. So it's not that Cardi B just realized what Tasha K did. She knew what Tasha K did when she did it. I told y'all Simone did a whole video showing us. So if we saw it, if Simone saw it and showed it to us, certainly Cardi B's attorney saw it, right? But there's just a way that it has to be processed. The judge told her not to do this, but we know that Tasha K thinks she's the smartest person in the room and she can get away with it and she can do what she want to do. And again, Simone told us that this could be considered fraud and that she was doing this simply to just get away from having to pay Cardi B. Baby, pay that woman. I don't even know how you're going to do it now, but just pay that lady. Pay that lady. Yeah, Tasha K be bragging because she thinks she's the smartest person in the room. She thinks she's the smartest person in the room. Kim said, keep that foot on her neck. I know that's right. Keep that foot on her neck, he said. Anyway. Well, y'all, that's all I got for y'all tonight. You're Slytherin too? Yes. Beyond the Gates, I do not know when we're going to do it, but we will do it this weekend at some point. JB is going out of town, but I think he's leaving tomorrow evening. So if I can get home early enough, we'll do it tomorrow, early when I get home. If not, we'll get it done because this was a great week. So we're going to do it. I just can't tell y'all when. Birmingham, Bell Collector Birmingham. I got to get caught up on Rhode Island. I know I owe y'all 2 episodes of Rhode Island. I'm going to get caught up this weekend. Because I don't have to work on Monday, I may just do one long Rhode Island episode on Monday. I may just wait till Sunday night and just do one big episode on Monday. But I think I'm caught up on everything else. So you'll get Love and Marriage Huntsville, Birmingham, Real Housewives of Potomac at some point this weekend. And then Rhode Island, I may just do one big Rhode Island episode on Monday. So, and I have to talk to JB and find out when he's leaving because we may do Beyond the Gates on Monday. I don't know, but I'll let y'all know. But with that being said, y'all, let me get out of here. Thank you again, KDK. Thank you so much for all of your gifted memberships. Everybody that got a membership, thank you so much. Appreciate y'all for being here. And with that being said, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. Don't forget, you can still get your tickets. You can still book the cruise, all of the things. Just reach out to me and let me know. Okay? All right. Mwah. Bye, y'all.